The first time it happened, we were submerged in the inky depths of the Pacific, our submarine cruising silently through the cold, dark waters. The mission was simple, or so we thought. Investigate the series of unexplainable solar eclipses that plunged the world into darkness for brief but horrifying moments. Little did we know that the real darkness lay ahead of us, waiting to engulf our senses and sanity. The captain, a grizzled veteran with a salt and pepper beard, briefed us on the mission. A strange pattern of eclipses was occurring across the globe, leaving people paralyzed with fear during the brief moments of blackness. The governments of the world were desperate for answers, and that's where we came in. Our mission was to descend into the abyss, explore the ocean floor, and search for any anomalies that might be causing these eerie solar events. As we descended deeper into the ocean, the pressure outside the submarine increased, squeezing the hull with a sinister creaking sound. The dim lights flickered, casting eerie shadows across the control room. I could feel the tension in the air, a palpable unease that clung to us like the cold water outside. The first eclipse struck as we reached the ocean floor. The world outside the thick portholes turned black, and the only sound was the distant groaning of the submarine's hull. It was unnerving, to say the least, but we shook it off as a side effect of our descent. Days passed without incident as we explored the desolate ocean floor, our powerful searchlights cutting through the darkness. The monotony of the routine started to wear on our nerves, and the crew became increasingly irritable. It was during the second eclipse that things took a turn for the worse. As the world plunged into darkness again, a bone-chilling whisper echoed through the submarine. It was a voice, soft and melodic, whispering words that slithered into our minds like serpents. I couldn't make out the language, but the tone was unmistakably sinister. Panic gripped the crew, and we stumbled over each other in the dimly lit control room. The captain, normally a stoic figure, seemed unnerved. He gathered us for a briefing, his eyes darting nervously around the room. He spoke in hushed tones, cautioning us not to mention the whispers to anyone. Paranoia spread like a virus, infecting the crew with fear. During the third eclipse, the whispers grew louder, and shadows danced on the periphery of our vision. I caught glimpses of movement in the narrow corridors of the submarine, but when I turned to look, there was nothing there. Sleep became elusive as the haunting murmurs invaded my dreams, leaving me in a perpetual state of unease. The fourth eclipse was different. As the world went dark, the control room was bathed in an otherworldly glow. The air became charged with electricity, and the whispers crescendoed into an unholy chorus. I saw figures moving in the shadows, twisted, contorted shapes that defied the laws of physics. Panic reached a fever pitch as the crew grappled with the incomprehensible horror unfolding around us. The captain, now visibly shaken, ordered an emergency ascent. The submarine groaned under the strain of the rapid ascent, and alarms blared throughout the vessel. As we breached the surface, the oppressive weight lifted, and the whispers faded into the background. We surfaced in the midst of an ordinary day, the sun shining brightly overhead. The crew, still recovering from the ordeal, exchanged uneasy glances. The captain gathered us once more, his voice strained. "We're not alone down there," he said, his eyes reflecting a haunted truth. "There are things that defy explanation, things that should never see the light of day." The mission was aborted, and we sailed back to port, leaving the secrets of the ocean floor behind. The eclipses continued to haunt the world, brief but horrifying moments of darkness that concealed the unfathomable horrors lurking beneath the surface. I left the submarine service haunted by the whispers and the shadows that had followed me to the surface. The world remained on edge, caught in the grip of an unexplainable cosmic horror. As I write this, I can't shake the feeling that, one day, the darkness will return, and the true nature of the abyss will be revealed to us all.